Hello humans, I'm the TheAlienDoctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another video here on Pinacraft Season 2. This is episode 5, and we are starting things off in my starter base. So if you didn't see the last episode, a brief recap of it would basically be that we built a mushroom farm, and we obviously built it with the lovely Toad Gamer. But yeah, I have been away for a week, and it seems like whilst I've been away, we have had someone come over and give me a little bit of a gift. So this is the quick equip station. I heard you like to die a lot, Skull. So yeah, Skull has came over here and basically made us this little machine, and it will equip us armor. I believe the idea of it is that when we die, we can just run in here and kind of, you know, get equipped with some armor and then go back and get our stuff. Chances are if we've died, we probably died in the nether, because that's where most of my deaths are at the moment. So we'll just be able to run straight back through to the nether. But yes, this is good news. So I just wanted to come over to the shopping district to kind of, yeah, show you something. And wow, someone has been busy. I really like the use of all of these 1.17 blocks. This is really nice. And the quartz, there are some good builders on this server. This was like, what? This has just popped out of nowhere. Like I've been away for this past week at the time I'm recording, but I saw Toad's video whilst I was away, and this place was still undecorated, which means, like, wow, okay, people have been really getting busy whilst I've been gone. And then we've also, so over here in the shopping district, a couple of stuff has happened since the last time I was here. So I completely missed out this shop. Wait, what? Open again, now a head shop. Oh, so this actually used to be a shop where you could basically pay to kill. What? Why, excuse me. Why is how have they got so many of my head? I think we're on a little railway track, because isn't this like a tube station or a subway station, I think you say in American. So yeah, basically this used to be a shop this used to be an assassination shop basically that Toad and Skull opened, but Pinape closed it, and as a result you can see his head is being lowered on the grindstone. 1 player head for 1 diamond, 2 mini blocks for 1 diamond, 2 mob head for 1 diamond. I really wanted some of my own heads, but it doesn't look like they have any, which is a shame. Well, they clearly got some, because, well, I mean, there's one right here for a start. But yeah, none for sale anyway, which is a shame. And then right here, yeah, so this is what I actually originally came here to show you guys. So in the last episode, me and Toad obviously built up the mushroom farm. Toad went ahead and built up this shop. He's basically going to put like a ton of different mob heads stacked on top of each other. And this is obviously the first one, which is a mushroom head, and selling the leather and cooked steak that we obviously get from that farm. And then it looks like he's also got a firework rocket shop, which actually has a really, really good price. But I don't have any diamonds, so I can't actually buy any firework rockets, which is a bit of a pain. However, I do know that I still am owed some profits from this shop, so hopefully I'll be able to use the profits from this shop to then buy some firework rockets. So in the main bulk of this episode, I want to basically fix up the Guardian farm. So we don't really have a kill chamber for it right now, so it's kind of built so that it only works for the nether side. In the future we'll have an overworld side as well. However, we haven't actually built up the nether side kill chamber, and right now all the guardians are just getting sent to my personal portal and then flooding through the nether, which is kind of just a bit chaotic. So in this video I want to fix that. However, before we do that, there's something else I want to do. So the other thing I want to do before we actually start working on the Guardian Farm kill chamber is actually get ourselves a little bit of a fuel source for our furnaces, because I want nether brick for a project, and that means I'm just smelting down a ton of this netherrack. However, I obviously need something to fuel my furnaces with. So my idea is to use kelp. So what I want to build is a little kelp farm. It'll only be a little one, maybe just over here, just to produce us a little bit of passive kelp so that we can, you know, fuel our furnaces. As you can see, I've already got a bit of dried kelp here, and then we've also got the you know, just normal kelp plant here as well from what I harvested earlier. So we'll just take out a bit of this. I doubt we'll need all of it. And yeah, somewhere over here, I just want to build a little observer-based kelp farm that will kind of just bring us a little bit of kelp for us to, you know, use in the furnaces. And a little bit of time later, and as you can see, we have now got this little kelp farm all fully built up. So it's just a pretty simple design. Obviously, there are only 4 like kelp plants here, so we're not going to be getting a ton of kelp. If 0 tick was still a thing, then I probably would have made this into a 0 tick farm, but to my knowledge, 0 tick farms no longer work. But yeah, this will just produce us a little bit of passive kelp. This kelp I actually put in there, that was not produced by the farm, so I'm not quite sure what is going on there. But as you can see, yeah, this farm is just going to sit here quite nicely and produces a little bit of passive kelp. We can then take that kelp out of the collection chest, put it over here into our smoker to then smelt it down into dried kelp, which we can then use to craft dried kelp blocks, which will just basically give us a really good fuel source. Although I need a little bit of a fuel source just to get ourselves started. There we go. What a stack of wood in each smoker should do just to get a little bit of dried kelp to start with. And yeah, so that's kind of the first job I had on the checklist today. But we still have a couple of other stuff that we need to do. So in between episodes and then also last episodes, I was basically collecting up these 3 shulker boxes because they should have all the materials that we need to build ourselves a guardian kill chamber in the nether. I don't know what those are doing there because we certainly do not use those for that farm. So anyway, as I was saying, I've been gathering up some of these resources for a trident killer farm thing in the nether for our guardian farm. And I believe these are all of the resources that we're going to need. We might need a few more. And I have not designed this myself, by the way. So I do just want to quickly point out, I am actually using Silent Whisperer's design. Reason being is that it's just easy. And his design is really good, whereas I tried designing my own and it just didn't really work out very well. So the first thing I did is blocked off both my portal on the nether side and on the overworld side, the one that leads to my base. Reason being is that guardians were actually going through, basically the portals had linked wrong and guardians were ending up in my nether tunnel and in my base. So what I did is I blocked off my portal and just put a bunch of fire there so that all the guardians would die. That way we wouldn't be having a guardian leakage like the previous episode. I then was able to get the coordinates of the portal in the overworld, divide those coordinates by 8, which obviously meant that I then had the coordinates that I needed to build them in the nether. So I went ahead and built the portal in the nether, and then I began working on the guardian kill chamber itself. So little did I realize that one of the portals, or multiple of the portals, was still linked incorrectly and was still sending guardians through to my base. So when I built up the kill chamber, I then ended up with an enormous amount of lag because I AFK'd there for a little bit and ended up filling the nether hub and my starter base with guardians. Luckily, Skull helped me sort out that issue. Thank you so much. I literally could not have done it without him. So IRL, it is now the next day since, you know, we kind of had that little issue that Skull had to help me out with all the guardians flooding. So I have replaced all of the minecarts in here. Thankfully, the minecarts were picked up by the hoppers. I did have to craft myself some new carpet. However, that wasn't really an issue. I am just looking for some glass. There we go. And then we're going to put this right here, sealing in the kill chamber. And I believe this is now fully completed. So now what I actually want to do is figure out which portal is linked incorrectly. So basically what has happened is a portal has incorrectly linked. At the Guardian Farm, a portal will have linked not to the kill chamber portal that's up there and instead to the portal for my base. So the plan is to figure out which portal that is and then block off the spawning spot. So we're just not going to use that spawn spot. Reason being is it's most likely too close to my base portal. Whilst yes, I could move it, I don't really want to because that sounds like a lot of work. So in theory, we might end up with a less efficient Guardian Farm or a more efficient Guardian Farm, depending on how it goes. But yeah, I think it's better just to do it like this instead of, you know, having to mess around with more portal linking, because we know that most of the portals in the farm work probably. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to have my main account stood right here, and then we're going to have my alt account actually testing if the portals work, because my alt account can fly. It just makes life so much easier. However, before we do that, we need to go to my base portal and just put lava in there so that any guardians that go through my base portal can then be burnt in lava, if that makes sense. So if everything goes correctly, you should now, hopefully, when we switch over to it, of course, should be able to see my spectator account, because now what we are going to be doing is using my spectator account to test, out all the portals and stuff. So let's just make sure that the Trident Killer is on. There we go, it is. And now hopefully you can see my spectator account. Sorry if it's lower quality or lower FPS or something. That is because it is a fairly low-end-ish laptop. Well, it's not really a low-end laptop, but it is certainly not as high spec as my normal PC. So this is the portal, which I believe is the one that's giving us issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through it. And yeah, as you can see, we have come through to the wrong place. We have not come through to the Guardian Kill Chamber. And yeah, okay, I'm now trapped here. I did not think about this. This was not planned, was it? So what I've done is I've removed a block in the ceiling. And yeah, there we go. We can now actually get out. I suppose if we just add a bit of netherrack here to make sure that, none of the guardians will hopefully get up there, like jump up there. But yeah, so there we go. Now my spectator account can actually get out when it does go through the base portal. Okay, so now let's try this portal and see where does it go to. And, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, so this portal's going to the wrong place. That's kind of annoying. I'm really, really hoping that it's not too many of these portals that have linked up incorrectly. Oh, this one's linked up incorrectly. So far what we've got is this one is linked incorrectly. This one's linked incorrectly. This one's linked incorrectly. This one's linked correctly, which means in theory, this one should be linked correctly as well. Yes, so this also goes to the kill chamber. So I suppose this one we need to check. And yeah, this is linked incorrectly. Alright, so it's this one, this one, this one, and this one that are causing the issue. So just these outer four ones. That's not a massive issue. We can just change the AFK spot a little bit. It really shouldn't cause us too much issues. Yeah, no, it really should not be causing us too many issues whatsoever. It also means that we can just move the AFK spot like over here or something. So yeah, all we've got to do now is block off a couple of portals. How hard can this be? So now what we've got is a slightly different setup. So I've got my spectator account over at the Guardian Kill Chamber. And then I've got my main account, which is obviously what I'm recording from now, is going to come over here and actually block up all of these spawn points. So we're going to want to place a block right here. And then we are going to want to go underneath and place blocks all through here like a pillar like this. This is going to block off all of the spawning points for any guardians that try to spawn here. And yeah, that way we don't have them basically going into the wrong portal. So there we go. That spawn point should be blocked off. We've also got to do it for this portal, and that portal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then that's all of the ones that we will need to do. Okay, so here we go. And I'm kind of just showing Pinacraft the farm. As you can see here, yeah, I'm kind of just showing him the Trident Killer. And as you can see, it is working absolutely perfectly. Although I can't tell if I've picked up... Okay, there's a chance I have picked up those tridents by the looks of things. But yeah, there we go. And this farm works really, really well, as you can see. I've just got my old AFK on the other side, and I'm actually dropping down so fast and then going into the minecart that you can hardly see it. It's a really, really good both farm design and kill chamber. And then if we head down here, the storage is... well, yeah, there's better storage on the server, but we won't talk about that. Oh, wow, look at how many levels I'm getting. This is actually way quicker than I thought it would be. This is so good. This is actually really OP. I didn't realize how OP this was. This is great. This is like close to Java Edition. Like, what? Yeah, okay. Guardian farms are definitely like the equivalent Bedrock Edition Guardian farms are definitely the equivalent of some like Java Edition Enderman farm or something. Like, look how OP they are. So overall, I would say that this project has been a major success. In the next video, we'll do a lot more decoration to this area, and hopefully we'll also start work on the nether tunnel itself. You know, like my nether tunnel up there, because the two are sort of linked. And we might also, if we have time, work a little bit on the mushroom farm, because I do want to upgrade that ever so slightly. But anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you ever so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe to join the Alien Empire today. I'll see you in the next video coming soon. Bye!